Okay, so how in the world do you get people to listen to you? If you're at a cocktail party, how do you get people to pay attention instead of glazing their eyes over and looking over your shoulder? How do you get people to open your email? How do you get people to pay attention when you stand up to give a speech? Here's one huge tip I learned a long time ago. Start with a problem. Nobody is paying attention to you until you start talking about a problem. Why? Because our brains are wired problem, solution, problem, solution, problem, solution. And so many times we step up and say, here's our solution, but we never actually define the problem. Okay, for instance, let's say you sell scooters. I just bought a scooter. It's so fun, right? But if I sell scooters, I don't want to say, hey, I sell scooters. They're really zippy and whatever. What I want to say is, people hate sitting in traffic. I sell scooters. Well, all of a sudden, my scooter makes a lot more sense. Let's say you met a couple of home chefs. You know, these at-home chefs will come to your house and cook for a party or cook for your family, those kinds of things. Let's say you met a couple of them at a party, at a cocktail party. And you said to the first one, what do you do? And they say, I'm an at-home chef. And you say, that's interesting. You might ask some questions or whatever, but you're probably not going to get their card. You probably don't even realize that you could use an at-home chef until you meet the second at-home chef. And you say, what do you do? And they say, well, you know how most families don't have time to cook healthy meals and eat together anymore? I'm an at-home chef. Well, let me ask you, which chef is going to get the most business that night? I'll tell you, the second one is going to get all the business. Why? Because they define the problem. All right, here's the actual magical understanding you've got to have. Everything that you sell is medicine. Everything that you sell is medicine. If it's not medicine, it ain't selling. If it's not solving a problem, nobody wants it. But until you actually define the pain, the medicine doesn't make sense. If you go up to somebody and say, hey, do you want to buy some medicine? You're probably going to end up in jail. But if you actually go up to somebody and say, hey, do you have a toothache? This medicine really works. They're going to say, oh, I do have a toothache, or my nephew has a toothache, or I often get toothaches, because now they have a category for the solution that you provide. But your solution doesn't make sense until you define the problem. Everybody is wondering why they should listen to you, and whenever you define the problem, they go, that's why I should listen to you, all right? So start defining the problem that you solve, and people will start paying attention.